Great. You're a brave man. Good. Okay.
So our product was Code Sure. It is a counterfeit detection system. So first, I would like to tell the social impact part. So our product is mainly focusing on public health. That how many consumers we can see from taking counterfeit products and degrading their health, and it will enable the trust in the consumers. It's a, from point of consumer safety, then economic protection. And while I was going through this, now FSSI, which is the food protection organization here in India, it is now thinking to bring a mandate where this digital traceability is there. So by this, our QR system or scratch of unique code system, the dairy milk products or let's say FMCG, they can trace their products where it's going, and if counterfeiting is happening there, can they curb there. And what will be the challenges to this? So since you know this is a new product, this is an extra hassle which we are bringing for the consumer point of view, so there will be barrier in adoption. Then as we are doing an extra thing, the cost is also an important thing, because this is essential products. If milk is prices increasing by 1 rupee, it is affecting millions, so cost is another thing. And as long as FSSI does not push this regulatory push, so it will be harder on part of the industry to adopt this. Now coming to collaboration part, so first thing is who the product is made for. The dairy companies will be there. Then bringing this technology into reality will need help of packaging and printing. Then to push this to other food departments, we need help of FSSI, which I hope they'll help us. Then we need to take tech partners, software engineers to help us achieve this. And then we can also collaborate with NGOs for food safety and universities for food safety. Now coming for product expansion, our main goal, we identified where there is counterfeiting going on in vast majority. So we identified is that product expansion. Then we have been hearing news of cough syrups which are transported from India to Africa, and they are people are dying, infants are dying, and it is bringing a bad name to our country. So we'll move next to pharmaceuticals, then all FMCGs. Now coming to prototype. So within the next 3 months, we plan to build a MVP, that is minimum viable product. Then we'll monitor that. We'll have the app with the help of the software developers. Then we move forward to pilot testing. At first, we can't go to Amul; they'll just reject it. So we plan to go to local vendors, state which has limited supply chain. So we'll move there, we'll pilot test it, see how it's going. Then we can move forward to Amul, Mother Dairy. Then we plan to, in the next 1 and 2 years, we'll be doing the commercial testing, how it's going. Then after that, there is a success, we'll make sure it's a success. Then we can move to other sectors. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Good job. Well done. You have thought through a number of factors. You have thought about expansion. You thought about regulators, social impact. You're on the right track. You have thought about who's going to do what for you. Tell me about the product, your app. How will it pick up a fake product?
So we had multiple iterations, our team questioning us on various things, that what if I just scan it from the counter, and what if I bring the package and I don't just scan it and put it in my dustbin after I use the milk, what happens there? Then there we have taken help of software developers who are into this technology, they know this thing. So there's a thing called blockchain, where you can trace everything. There are packets of things, so it ensures that we ensure that everything is unique. and coming to that shelf we can click a picture and it shows that it has been consumed. So for that we have thought a scratch off card. During the last, you may be knowing, 10-20 years ago, when we used to buy data packs or internet packs, we used to first scratch the things, then only we can use. So we have to use so that other person can't scan. And one, if it's scratched and it has been consumed, so you, if you as a consumer buy that next time, you know that it has been damaged already, it's been counterfeited, you don't buy it.
So, so you are proposing that manufacturer put a scratch sticker on each product. What if the fake manufacturers also do the same thing?
Sir, that's where the blockchain technology which comes from, which is our what I sell USP thing, because blockchain in this Web3 technology can't be imitated by anyone. Let's say Bitcoin. If I have one Bitcoin, it is assigned to me. As long as I don't give you that, you don't purchase it from me, you can't take it me. It is that secure.
Now I can see where you are going, and certainly is achievable. An idea for expansion. Why are you thinking of only milk products? If this idea works, it can be applied to a lot of products in the market. So you may want to say we'll start with milk and Amul and Mother Dairy, but 5 years down the line, 3 years down the line, you'll be looking at a lot of other products out there. Every shoe is, half of the shoes sold in India are duplicate. Adidas, Hush Puppies, all these brands. Yeah? Protein powders, that's a universal problem everywhere in the world. It's the same thing. So, a lot of opportunities if it works. Good luck. Okay, any question, any feedback to the group? तुम लोगों को आगे बिठाया था, फिर से पीछे भाग गए. तुमको पता है आगे क्यों बुलाया गया तुमको आज? तुम सारे लोग कल बहुत बातें कर रहे थे सेकंड हाफ में. You made my life difficult. I had was spending a lot of time in keeping you quiet. So I said, आजा. टीचर हो बेटा, 30 साल से पढ़ा रहा हूँ, यही काम है मेरा. सारे तरीके मुझे भी आते हैं. Okay, who's next? Maybe we start from this side. Who's talking? You have to do it. Okay, you can look at each other and decide quickly. Who is next? Let's say from here. Who's doing? Okay, not yet ready? How about this group here? You ready? Okay, they are still writing. How about this group here? You ready? Okay. You must be ready. You look confident. So let's do it. Please. You need to listen to each other. That's how you learn. Please.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Parveen Kumari, and our innovation topic is brand name of our product is SPD Homoderma, and for this product expansion, we developed first search and validation. Yesterday, we told about the of innovation, utility patent, as well as one more is design patent for our product, and we can develop a minimum viable product for as simple version of our product to demonstrate its value for core functionality and for feedback for the small group of users to get for improvement in our product. And then we can further try to find partners for collaboration by mail, by posting on social media, as well as we can try for IT sector people to design our device as software part of our design. And this time product is at TRL level, I think 5 to 7, and for purpose of our design is to empower patient and dermatologists to track skin health at home as well as in clinical settings, reducing diagnostic delay for fatal disease. And for regulatory, we register this with this DISCO. Then device registration under medical device rules 2017. It should include device description, intended uses, risk classification, manufacturing details, labeling manuals, and then performance and safety rules. And after that, clinical evaluation. After that, we can do post-market surveillance as well. Once it was licensed, we are required to monitor safety issues, adverse events, complaints, extra, and regulatory mechanism also exists for recalls and corrective actions. And for societal impacts, this can be helpful for early detection of skin problems, bridging urban and rural healthcare gaps, empowering preventive skin care, reducing stigma around skin conditions, environmental awareness, behavioral changes, as well as job creation and economic uplift of the particular area. Thank you, sir.
Very well done. You have thought through all those factors that are required. I think one thing which is very typical of anything to do with medical, there are a lot of liability issues. What if you look at failures, there are a number of stories where products have failed because of false negative or false positive. And that to me is the biggest risk in your invention. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. So make sure to mention that as a risk. You can try your best, it will work in 100 people. What if it doesn't work in one? In the field trial it works, goes to real life, doesn't work in one person. This one person will sue the company because of the wrong result. Yeah. It's there with all the diagnostic stuff. It's very difficult to get it 100% right. Okay, thank you. Let's move on. This group is now. Yes, let's do it. Tell us. No, I want to start with you. Everyone is in the same boat, so that's fine. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect.
So we thought about considering a value of death situation first, and we can encounter problems like funding gaps related to our mechanistic device, which falls into the category of medical devices, and it can be prevented or maybe solved with the help of funding from different government and public sector agencies. Like we could list some of them, like ICMR, or different NGOs working for the same purpose, like National Kidney Foundation, or we could approach medical device companies, but that would be a difficult task initially, but according to the list, we can name some of them like Medtronics, Baxter, but that's for later purposes. Funding can be also done with the help of universities through DST and DBT or BIRAC, and other problems that we have thought of value of death will be the QA and QC problems and the scale up of our medical devices, though we have considered to do this. So, scale up problems can be there, will be there, but we are thinking about how to cope with them. And the TRL, it would lie between 3 to 4, considering that it is research as well as prototype model. And the challenge of initial cost being high will be more considerable, considered yesterday we talked the overall costing of a person going for regular dialysis is more as compared to the investment through this device. Yes, sir.
Great, good job, good idea. Move forward, have all the positives. um, my feedback, I think you used the word value of death twice for different aspects, quality assurance, and those are part of the process. The term value of death in business development is primarily used for finding money, not for other aspects. I mean, you can call anything else as value of death, but technically speaking, what you have seen from my slides is about finding money for creating, getting to the next step. That's what it is. So just fix that language, otherwise good to go. Great, thank you. Okay, who is next here? All of you are done. Okay, are they in a different group, these two guys? Oh, you are in 701. Okay.
सो सर जहाँ पर हमने कल छोड़ा था कि हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है हमने उसका आइडिएशन तैयार कर लिया, तो बेसिकली आई विल गो हेड विद प्रोटोटाइपिंग. मैं उस किट के अंदर बेसिकली ब्रांडिंग पे ध्यान दूंगी कि जो मेरा प्रोडक्ट है वो बाहर से कैसे दिखेगा, वट लोगोज एंड वट थिंग्स आई हैव टू ऐड इन दैट बॉक्स, जो कि आउटर दिखेगा, जो कि एक मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजी होती है जो अट्रैक्ट करती है बेसिकली पर्सन को सबसे पहले. देन हम उस किट के अंदर इसेंशियल प्रोवाइड कराएंगे जो कल मैंने बताया था, लाइक LH ट्रैकिंग स्ट्रिप्स और PH चेकिंग स्ट्रिप्स, एंड I'll also provide with sample collecting cans and droppers which are used in all to measure or diagnose PCOS at home. Then my main agenda is to tell others कि कैसे हमें PCOS घर पे detect करना है. So basically we will also try to add some QR or bar scans in which videos are provided, जिससे जो customer है use कर रहा है उसको easily पता चलेगा उसको use कैसे करना है. Then after prototyping I'll do a quick market research again, प्रोटोटाइपिंग से पहले भी और प्रोटोटाइपिंग के बाद भी. सो बेसिकली जो मार्केट रिसर्च मैंने अभी तक की है उसमें देयर इज़ नो प्रेजेंट किट जिसके अंदर ये सारे फीचर्स इकट्ठे हैं. सो वी आर स्टैंडिंग आउट अलोन इन द मार्केट. अगर हम मार्केट की बात करें तो बेसिकली इंडिया में 300 to 400 मिलियन वुमेंस हैं, एंड इन USA इफ़ वी टॉक अबाउट देयर आर 3 बिलियन प्लस वुमेंस. तो उनमें से मोस्टली आई गेस कि 70 से 60% के 60 से 70 के बीच में जो होंगे उनको PCOS होगा या फिर कोई ना कोई हार्मोनल प्रॉब्लम्स होंगी. तो दैट आर बेसिकली आर कस्टमर्स. देन वी आर गोइंग टू टारगेट दैट कस्टमर्स. तो उसके लिए हमें अब एक्सपैंड हमें बिजनेस में लाना पड़ेगा उस प्रोटोटाइप को. सो फर्स्टली आई विल इंक्रीज विद स्केलिंग इट. आई विल मेक अ प्रॉपर प्लान जिससे मेरे पास मार्जिन बहुत ज़्यादा बचे एंड मुझे प्रॉफिट भी आए, और जो मैं बना रही हूँ वो कम से कम कॉस्ट पे बने, जिससे मेरा जो ग्रॉस मार्जिन बचेगा वो बहुत ज़्यादा होगा. देन आई विल गो टू अदर कंपनीज, लाइक इफ़ वी कैन डू B2B and B2C, maybe clinics or companies or pharmacies, that is B2B, and business to customers we can also sell the kits by our own if that works. उसके बाद हम सब्सक्रिप्शन प्लान्स भी अवेल करा सकते हैं, जिससे क्या होगा कि हर मंथ की किट का एक प्लान होगा जो आप ईयरली बाय कर सकते हो. दैट विल बी आल्सो हेल्पफुल फॉर द बिजनेस. एंड देन जब हम एक्सपैंड करेंगे तो हम कोलैबोरेशंस करेंगे विद डिफरेंट फार्मा कंपनीज जो कि इस प्रोडक्ट को लॉन्च करें.
She is ready to go to Shark Tank. With some more tweaking, suffixing some of the approaches, you will you'll be good in pitching. You should do that, you should explore that. Seriously. You covered all aspects. I think you didn't mention much about prototype development. How would you design it? That's something you have to look at. You also need to, you thought of collaboration from marketing point of view, but not from development point of view. You need that first before you can market. Right? So that's the gap. Otherwise, on the right track. Good. Okay. This group here. Ready? Can you be a little quick, please? Don't have to be very long.
Hello everyone. So our innovation is named Astrolife, and it is a oxygen harvesting system. So as you all know already, it is an add-on to the innovation to the pre-existing experimentation by the ISRO, which simply they have developed an idea of growing the plant in the microgravity. So our innovation is simply implementing and develop a oxygen harvesting system which will fit in the pre-existing module of the ISRO, which is called ISRO crop module. So what it simply does is it separates out the oxygen produced by the plants and other gases in the microgravity. Uh, and So our expected cost of development of the prototype is 10 million USD or 87 crores. And the problem we solved by this is cut down the cost of the transportation to the space, like we have to transport the oxygen, and that is very costly, and other commodities. And other than that, our strategic roadmap would be that we would implement technology transfer. Would be we will collaborate with NASA, ISRO, and SpaceX and agencies like this. And our IP would be using zeolite. It is a complexing agent that overall filter out the oxygen according to its electronegativity. And about TRL, our TRL level is, as sir have told in the earlier, it is at the level 4. And for the commercialization, we will approach like to the B2G, to the government agencies, and B2B like aerospace contractors, they are available. And we have also studied strategic regulatory compliance for the same by compiling with the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration. And we have also developed a prototype for that, and I have shown it to the sir. And the challenges we will face in this would be the efficiency of our module, and the effective nutrition delivery to the plants, so they will produce germinate properly and produce oxygen. And other than it, cosmic radiation protections. That's all, sir.
So we also have the repurposition for the same module. We can also repurpose it for hospitals by providing it as ventilators, which can generate oxygen at hospital, as by using it as a ventilator basically. That's all.
Great. Good job. Your idea is one of the most expensive, but most adventurous as well, ambitious and adventurous. So why not? Keep pushing it. You're on the right track. I'm glad to hear that you're starting to use the language TRL. At least it's starting to make sense to you when you say TRL4, you know what you're talking now, right? Which is new thing which has happened in last 3 days. Great. Okay. Is this one group? That's one group.
Good afternoon, everybody. Our product is Pavia, a novel idea for cancer treatment in children below the age of 10. Currently, we are at TRL level 2, means early stage development and technology approaches to the product. And it's a most common TRL level in which all the researchers falls in the valley of death, because we do not get enough funding for clinical trials and all. For that, I will consult ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, and BIRAC, Biotechnology. Moreover, for clinical studies, we can consult for the local health institutions in our country or in our state. And at this stage, we cannot spin out, and nobody is interested in buying our research because of the clinical results, and clinical trial results are not with us, and it can be a big waste of money for the investors. And in a session at my college, I have listened to somebody, when you are going for raising funding for your project, you should not be focused on to make everybody agree to your product. You should find a people who is keenly interested to your topic, so that you can find a person well at that time and try to influence that person. Thank you.
Thank you. So this group has started realizing problems early on, and they have realized that they won't find private investors, so he's approaching more from government angle, which is fine. That's one way of doing things. There's nothing wrong with that. From industry point of view, I've seen two kind of companies. One who do not talk to government sector, universities at all, and there are some who make a lot of use of it. People who find right partners. The key is to find right partner. Once you find the right partner who can deliver, like in our case, our relationship has been very productive, and the company keeps coming back to us for 12 years. They do it because they get what they want. It's a very simple equation. They won't come to you if they don't get what is needed. So because they're getting that from us, and the same thing may not have happened with other companies who have came to us once and they never came back. So it's quite possible with the same person you may get two different kind of responses. So yes, that's definitely an option worth exploring, and you should consider that. All right, have we covered everyone? Just go. Okay.
So good afternoon, my name is Divya, and our innovation is ManoSafe, in which we are able to detect depression and PCOD. So firstly we have to prepare our prototype, which is little bit cost. There is a problem of cost in it, because we are incorporating microfluidics into a chip to detect the level of PCOD and depression as well. So here we have to look for the government supporters as well as industry supporters who can support our funding, who can provide us funding. So first, after developing the prototype, we finalized it, and here is a big challenge in prototype, that we have to validate the level of biomarkers that we are incorporating into our chip to detect the level of depression, at which level we have to add that. And after that, this is the main challenge right now. After going for a product expansion, then before going for a product expansion, we already assess the current products and IPs. So there is a chip available for detection of depression and PCOD, but they are different. We have to use two different. So there is a no chip available which can detect both. So we have conducted the market search. Then we identify the expansion opportunities. Like right now we are in TRL level 2 to 3, considering the cost and all the ways. So we develop a new IP strategy. Mostly people are suffering from depression, and they don't even know that they are suffering from depression. So for the early diagnosis of depression as well as PCOD, we are developing this chip. So it can be a preventive measure in a medical health rather than diagnostic. It will prevent the depression and PCOD. So we are also incorporating a companion app which can track all the records, and along with that we will further include telehealth integration, personalized therapy suggested by AI integrated app, and at a regulatory pathway we are introducing it as a wellness device. Then we will go for it as a medical device. Firstly we are using it as a wellness, then which will provide the preventive care, and it will support digital health along with Ayushman Bharat. So we will collaborate with these agencies to further take it into the market. Thank you.
Thank you. This group has been, I would say, most advanced thinking of competition. They are looking at what else is out there. You have all done it, but they are thinking of a strategy how to deal with that thing, which is part and parcel of taking anything further. All done, everyone? I'm not missing any group? Those who are here? Yes? Okay. So we have covered all the groups. You can see the difference in yourself. I can clearly see it. Day before yesterday, we were struggling to even think of an idea. Now you are talking of TRL, you're talking of competition, you're talking of funding. You moved quite ahead of it. And I know it's all hypothetical, but this training will help you in pursuing other goals that you have in your life. Right? You can apply the similar approach. Next time somebody talks to you and says, I have this idea, I want to develop it, I'm sure you're going to grill this person. What are you saying? How are you going to do it? Who is going to fund it? How will you manufacture it? So all of those things will start coming, and that's part of this process. That's what has to happen. All right? Okay, I think I have 5 more minutes maybe? 10 minutes? Okay. So I've been given a signal that I have 10 more minutes. So this is an opportunity for us to talk about anything that we have not covered. I'm not going to talk anything more about IP or patents or commercialization. Let's talk anything that you want to talk. About me, academia, Australia, India, beautiful wife. Anything. Don't feel shy. Fire. I'll try to defend and answer. Come on, you have been with me for 3 days. You must have something to talk, right? Okay.
Sir, I want to know about you, like how easy it is to move like Nepal, New Zealand and Australia, India. Is it easy to be here for 5 years and then again settle in another area, another culture? Is it easy or it is difficult for you?
Good question. I ask that question to myself all the time. Why do we do it? How do we do it? But the question is why I have moved around the countries, what has been my experience. Okay, so I'll try to answer this. In my case, it has been, I probably have a mobile gene in my body which gets activated. My dad used to work for Central Water Commission, and he was posted in different cities. So I think until I got to year 12 schooling, I changed 10 schools. Every year we would move to a different part of the country and start again. So that must have come from there. That must be the trigger. But for me, it has been professional journey. So when I finished PhD, went to US, that was for a postdoc. I don't know how it is now. That time that was the trend. I did PhD from NII. From NII, almost everybody would go to US. So I landed in US, spent 3 years, felt very strongly about family and parents and usual rubbish that all of us deal with, and packed my bags, came back, joined NIPER. And when I came to NIPER, I was a very brave, young, enthusiastic assistant professor who would change the world. And after being there for 5 years, I realized I'm breaking my head, I'm not changing anything at all. So then I thought it's probably better for me to move out again. And something very personal that maybe I can share with the group, because you have talked a personal question. When we came back to NIPER, my impression was that I'll be living with my parents. My parents were in Faridabad at that time. And we were here for 5 years, and our parents decided not to come and live with us. They just said, if you want to be with us, you have to come and live in Faridabad. Because I have too many friends here, I can't leave my social circle and this and that. And I said, the only purpose for which I came here, that's not being fulfilled. I'm in Chandigarh, they are in Faridabad, it takes 7 hours to get there. What's the point? Why am I wasting my life here? Which is good and bad. You may not agree with this approach. The other thing which happened to us, I told you about my 2 kids. Did I? No? Our daughter is a 99 mark person who would cry for 1 mark. Our son is a 51 mark person who would celebrate at 51 because he needed 50 to pass. So we knew our son. Our son used to go to YPS school in Mohali, and every time we knew that he will struggle in India. He won't be able to do. So we got to a point where we said, do I worry for my parents or worry for my next generation? And again, I don't know what's the trend in Chandigarh now, but at that time, everybody who could afford to send their kids out to study, they would send their kids out. And me being an academic staff at the university, I would never have the funding to send the kid out. We are not rich. We just make enough to survive, right? So education outside was always very expensive. So we decided to pack our bags, move again. That's how we landed in New Zealand. Second move, in US, I started looking for jobs. 6 months time, I had 3 offers. One from US, one from Kuwait, one from New Zealand. US, we had already been, so we said, let's not go there again. Kuwait, my wife said she didn't want to go to those countries. which was easy to rule out. New Zealand, they invited me for an interview. I was there for a week, and I said, if I get the job here, I'm coming here. It's such a beautiful place. I got sold on New Zealand's beauty and just landed there. So I'm a bit ambitious. I was talking to someone yesterday. I'm more of an opportunistic person. I see something, I jump onto it without caring too much. So landed in New Zealand, and then New Zealand and Australia are very similar. So every time you move, you gain something, you lose something. There's nothing like a perfect place in the world. For me, outside, my son has done very well. He is happy, he's an engineer now, even with 51 marks. All of that is settled, but my parents are here. And the only way for me to keep going is I come here 4 times a year, 3 to 4 times every year. So I just keep seeing them. My mom was with us in December for 3 months. So we do what we can to keep things going. But there's no perfect solution. You have to choose your priorities and pick one, whatever works for you. Sorry, it's a little bit more personal, but I can share with students. Yes.
Sir, in this 3-day talk, we got to know about what you have accomplished in these years and what's ongoing. But I would like to know that what other areas do you wish to explore in the near future?
Oof, okay, this is a difficult one. Story was easy, history was easy. Future is more difficult. I normally don't think very far, beyond 6 months. That's my habit. What next? So in research, there is no end to it. You can keep doing. I'm exploring new fields, new areas. I've never done a workshop on commercialization. This was new for me. I do teach IPR and patents to my pharmacy class, but that's 2 lectures. So preparing for a full 3-day course was a big task, which Induzi gave me, and I accepted. So that has worked well. What next? So in Australia, there is no retirement age. And we can work as long as we want. I have a colleague who is 78. He comes to work every day. He's at work at 6:30 in the morning. Some of us are sick of him, but he won't go away. So that's just the thing. What I want to do, we probably will keep doing traveling, working as much as I can. I've started slowing down on research intentionally. I'm taking more holidays. This year, I'm traveling more. This year is my 5th international travel, and it's only September. We were in Alaska, New York. We have done Vietnam this year. So I'm doing all those things that you do after retirement while working. So this is a new model which is working. We are loving it. It's great. What do I want to do? One of my dream, if I can get to it, probably when I get to 70, would be I want to start creating stories. So one of my dream is there are a lot of people when they get to 75 plus, they have money to spend and they want to tell their story, but nobody wants to listen to it. Right? You would have seen who wants to listen to your grandma again repeating the same story 7th time. Right? You must be sick of those stories. So what I want to do, I want to use technology to be able to collate their stories. So basically, I'm going to offer a service that I'll sit with you, talk to you for 2 hours, interview you, collect your pictures, collect your videos, any that you have you live on that, and somehow create a movie of it using AI, which can be a 5 minutes, 10 minutes movie that you can share with your family and friends. So it's a dream. I won't do it for money. I don't need that. I'll probably do it just for leave their legacy behind. I'm trialing it. So my father-in-law's 85th birthday, I've created a small, I think this is not part of Gyan.